We are with Miss Maryland, United States 2011, Tiffany Parker. How are you doing today?
I'm wonderful.
Tell us about this journey that you started. How did it all get started? Because when I read your bio, you kind of really wasn't into this pageantry.
It's such a funny story. I think just coming up, my mom always had me in all types of activities that she could think of, and that just kind of grew into me wanting to be outgoing, wanting to be out in the community, and want to do great things. But really the whole pageant thing really took hold of me when I was in college. I competed in my first pageant and I won. It was a fraternity pageant on campus, but that just kind of opened my eyes up to the whole world of competition and all of the great things that I could accomplish. But I actually decided to take my first national, or do my first national pageant when I was in Tennessee, and I applied for the title of Miss Globe. I ended up moving to Maryland, and I took my first national title as Miss Maryland Globe 2009. So yeah, it's been a journey. It's been a long journey, but it's been one that's very worthwhile.
Let's talk about the pageantry itself.
Okay.
Granted, there's been good things and some bad things. With your experience so far, how's that? Is it there more bad than good, or what?
You know what? Pageants do tend to get a bad rap, especially when you're watching reality TV. And some shows will remain nameless because I don't want to put anybody on blast, but that does give people a very negative and improper connotation of what pageants stand for. And really, for me, I am what I consider a state delegate, and I'm a state ambassador, so I'm really out in my community. And I've been able to make my pageant a very positive experience. So if you have that kind of mindset to make it what you wanted for the year, you shouldn't really have a negative experience with it.
Now, let's start with the day that you were announced.
Okay.
Tell us how that felt.
I was so excited, a little bit unnerved because in my case I had to go before a committee. They didn't actually have a state pageant, so it was a kind of a delegate at large situation. But there were still 3 other girls that competed, so I still had to submit my application. I still had to wait to be accepted. So the whole time I was kind of unnervy. I was like, okay, will I get it? Will I continue on to carry on this so-called legacy of the Tiffany Parker brand, or will this be the end of my story? So I was actually in Miami when I got the call that I was, and it was my birthday. It was October 2nd, and they gave me the call that I was Miss Maryland United States 2011.
Now tell us about Tiffany Parker before Miss Maryland United States. What is she?
I'm definitely a glam girl at heart. I love stilettos, I love makeup, I love hair, I love all things that are girly. But at my heart and my soul, I'm definitely a woman that loves giving back to my community. I love really being able to stand for something positive, especially in my own personal African American community, and have little black girls be able to look up to me. So that's really what Tiffany Parker is all about.
Now, granted, this is fantasy sports. Now, are you in the sports, or because granted, we're in a sports bar right now?
Sports bar. It's so funny. Buffalo Wild Wings being one of my sponsors in the pageant, and I'm not gonna say that I am an avid every day or every week watcher, but NBA championship, NFL, Super Bowl, you can count me in for the block. So.
Now, were you watching the finals, the NBA finals this week? Okay, now was that mean that you were supporting someone?
Was this one of those like Harry Harrington on stage moments where I'm like, I saw a little bit of them, but I'm not even going. Sorry.
Hey, not many people are.
My publicist did, so he can give you like all the insight on what took care of the finals. There were times I was trying to get in touch with him, and he told me the game was on.
Okay, put him on blast. All right. What is it that you're going to be bringing in Vegas? Because in next month you'll be going to the main show. So what are you going to bring during that main show?
I think, well, the biggest thing that I do want to bring to the table is just genuineness. I want everyone to really be able to see who I am. I'm more than just being a pretty face. I'm more than a young woman that's wearing a crown. I want everybody to really get a real good feel for who I am and how I can also rock a pair of stilettos as easily as I can rock a business suit, you know? So I really want them to see the light that I have inside and my spontaneity and my spunk, but that I'm really just a genuine, loving person.
Now, with all your friends and family here, giving you support going away, is that what's keeping you grounded? Is that what's keeping you centered?
Definitely. I really have a great support system around me. I have to always bring it back to them because there are times when I'm just like so unraveled and I'm like, can I really do this? And then of course I take it back to them and they're always around me saying, Tiffany, you know, you've made it this far. Look at everything that you've accomplished. There's no telling how far you can take this dream. It's really up to you. So when I think about that and put that in perspective, I really feel like I have the whole world ahead of me and everything is just right in the palm of my hands.
What is it that it's going to take for you to win this?
I really feel that just me being calm and confident. That's all that I really feel is going to take because I have as great a chance as any other contestant of being on top. So just bringing my A game, and I think what makes you confident is just that belief in yourself. As long as I have that, I know I'm gonna come out on top.
Now we met during the bridal fanfare, yes. and it was like somehow you were in your comfort zone. This is like, wait a minute, she's enjoying herself. Now, is fashion going to be the fallback for you once this is all over?
I feel like I come alive when I'm on a runway. So any opportunity that I have to throw on an avant-garde piece and get my hair and makeup done, I'm all for it. You know, I feel like this is all within my realm. I do want to pursue specific goals within the industry. I would love to go overseas. I would love to do a fashion show in Paris and Milan, of course. Send it up to God. But and I would also love to one day have my own beauty product endorsement. I know this might sound corny, but I remember being a little girl walking in the drugstore and always seeing the pretty black woman on the perm box and saying like, wow, I would love for that to one day be me. So I'm just really just waiting for that opportunity to come along next.
Now, let's say this. If you don't win, how would you feel? All right, enough said there. But
no. You know, because I've been thinking about that too. And I look at, it's so funny, I was watching the Miss USA pageant a few weeks ago. And one of my top contestants, she made it right there. And she ended up being the fourth runner-up. And I was like, you know what? I know everybody is going to say to her, did a good job. But I would be upset at that point. I would be mad because I worked hard. But, you know, bringing it all back to me, first of all, I'm just going to be so thankful for the opportunity to walk across that stage and showcase my true talents. That's first and foremost. But secondly, I don't know. I'm just going to be happy to be there.
What are you going to do when you win?
When I win, my whole goal is to take what I've been able to accomplish on a regional level and take it to a national level. I was so blessed to be able to partner up with a major cosmetics company this year, Sephora, and produce the Pamper Party, as well as get them on board to be my official makeup artist. So I would love to do a national tour where we're going into schools and awarding girls who have performed at their highest level with perfect attendance and a perfect GPA, and then giving them surprise makeovers. I would love to take that like across the 50 states of the United States of America.
All right, last question. All right, a lot of people are going to be asking you this. Is this all believable? You know, is it really going to be for you to say, hey, I'm doing this for, is it for you or is this for the community? Because a lot of people believe that pageantry is very self-centered. You know, what really is being a pageant person all about?
You know what? I'm so thankful that you asked me that question, because even for people that don't ask it, you can kind of sense it's either 50-50. They love you or they I'm not gonna say they hate you, but they won't be coming over for dinner. So, but what I really wanted my year to stand for was more than just being a pretty face and showing up and having a crown. And that's really why I created my weekly editorial called Being Miss Maryland. So people get to see what it's like. You know, you can't really go out and be genuine in the community and people not sense that. You know, you can't just be a fake facade and a smile, and people that you're trying to touch they won't be able to see through that. So I think for anybody that is doing it for the wrong reasons, it's going to show through. But for me and myself, I know that Tiffany Nicole Parker has embarked on this journey to reach a deeper level of myself and feel that I can do it. And that's what I want to encourage other young women to do. Don't just look at the superficial part of what people say pageants are. Dig deep inside and you meet so many great and wonderful people and you're exposed to so many things. I would never discount it.
Tiffany, I hope you do great in Vegas, and I wish you all the luck. We have here, it's not only you're not Miss Maryland, you are now our officially Fantasy Sports World Gold for the summer.
So, yeah. I want to say one more thing. I'm not just Miss Maryland, I'm your Miss Maryland. I'm the people's Miss Maryland. I'm the people's champ.
All right, we got the Rock here, so or Miss Rockette. So Tiffany, thank you very much, and enjoy yourself, and I hope you do well in your future. All right.